Hello YouTube friends, and welcome to Grow Money Seeds, a channel about building wealth and managing your money. In this video, we look at the magic of compound interest and how we can use it to grow your wealth. It's about having your money working for you and not you working for your money. So let's get to it. So, what is compound interest? Compound interest is when we earn interest on an investment. The interest is then reinvested back into our initial investment, and we start earning interest on the interest. And this leads to an exponential growth. In other words, this is how the rich get richer. An example of this would be if we invested $1,000 and we receive $100 back in interest. This $100 is now invested back into our principal amount, which is now $1,100. We would now receive $110 back in interest, and the cycle starts again. It's important to note that the magic of compound interest really starts working with time. The longer the period of time, the more things start to snowball. Let's look at some examples of 3 different people with different investing strategies and see how the numbers work out to better understand this. The first person is Karen. She decides to start investing at the age of 25 and invests a lump sum of $10,000 at a return of 10% per annum for 40 years. Her total at the end of the investment period is just over $452,000. The second person is Elaine. She decides to put off investing, but works hard to save up for a larger initial lump sum. So at age 35, she invests a lump sum that is double that of Karen's. She invests $20,000 at a return of 10% per annum for 30 years. Her total at the end of the period is almost $349,000. That's a massive $100,000 less than Karen. Finally, we have Reg. He also has a different approach. He's going to put off investing for an even longer period of time than Elaine and save for a larger lump sum, but then also contribute to his investment each month. At age 45, he invests a $30,000 lump sum at a return of 10% per annum for 20 years, but adds a monthly contribution of $300. His total at the end of the period is just over $419,000, which is also about $30,000 less than Karen. As you can see from these examples, the investment amount, the interest rate, and the duration of the investment all play an important role when it comes to compound interest. Time is one of the key ingredients that makes it work. It is also important to remember that compound interest also works the other way, and this can make it very difficult to get out of debt. If you borrow money, you are charged compound interest on the amount borrowed and on the interest, and this is how the poor get poorer. Bearing this in mind, debt needs to be paid off as quickly as possible to reduce the compounding effect. Being debt-free is the foundation of accumulating wealth, and I have another video about debt which you can watch by clicking here. When talking about compound interest, a common question is, how long will it take to double my money? In finance, we have Rule 72, which is a simple way to determine how long an investment will take to roughly double. By taking 72 and dividing this by the annual interest rate of your investment, it gives you an idea of how many years an investment will take to double. For example, if your investment gives you a return of 12%, then take 72 and divide this by 12, and you get 6. Therefore, it'll take approximately 6 years to double your money. Did you know that compound interest has also been mentioned by Albert Einstein and Warren Buffett? Albert Einstein is reputed to have said, "Compound interest is the 8th wonder of the world. He who understands it, earns it. He who doesn't, pays it." Warren Buffett is also quoted as saying, "My wealth has come from a combination of living in America, some lucky genes, and compound interest. Just remember though, that the magic needs time. Jeff Bezos asked Warren Buffett, "Your investment thesis is so simple. You are the richest guy in the world, and it's so simple. Why doesn't everyone just copy you?" Warren Buffett replied, "Because nobody wants to get rich slow." Some take-home points on compound interest are: it's an amazing tool for growing wealth, but remember, it can be equally destructive if you have debt. To fully realize its benefits, you need to give it time, lots of time. So the sooner you start investing, the better. If compound interest is good enough for Albert Einstein and Warren Buffett, then it's good enough for me. If you found this video useful, now would be a good time to click the subscribe and like buttons. You'll be then notified when there are new videos. Thanks for watching.